Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. They find some open field here. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2nd and 5. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
Well, you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and out.
now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. The try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up to throw. The throw out to Ross. He's got it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Panthers hit 9-3 here on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. From 6 yards away. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run out of the gun with Swift. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
1st down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Ready, play.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now back to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Back to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Lions are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Ready, set.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going.
And this throw will be intercepted. And some room to work. He spins free. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Second and 10. An option handoff given to Sanders. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Tracy Walker, and the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now. Right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd and 9 now. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give you unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken around the 12. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let this one go deep. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a second down and 6. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarter.
Touchdown! A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Panthers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Panthers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Sanders. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and through. And the lead now up to 14. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure comes in, he's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.
Ready.
indeed take a knee. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Carolina, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next.